And so for the dice, we're just doing it for our. You're just going to be using this once, and that's what you'll actually type into the chat, where it says "say" SAY down the bottom left. You'll click that and hit /DIE, and then pick your color that you want to do, and hit enter, and it'll roll it. All right, it's 5 o'clock, sir. Let me know when you're ready.
We're rolling. I just don't have cameras right and all that on the stream, and your camera's not showing anyway. So, hey, what's up, stream? We're playing session 0, so we're gonna be working bugs out as we go. So, and Manicure's not here to help with the camera, so I don't know if I can fix them or not, but we'll see. But Svenster 77, I would point right over there, but that's his empty camera right now. He's DMing, so. And we have a new player, Weed Whacker.
All right, so I'm pulling up
Oh,
Twitch
I got a
on
beard
my
challenge
phone.
going on.
Oh, yeah.
My wife just took about 1.5 inches off of mine.
I have to wait for the ads to go away, then I can make sure we can be
It's
heard.
not as long as mine gets. The wife doesn't like it too long.
Mine either, and I'm at her mercy because she cuts my hair.
Alrighty, so I am Spencer77. Welcome everybody to a little bit of D&D in a SvenZone on Drake Takes channel. Let's see if we can be heard. Give me just a second. Yes, excellent. Alright, so I'll have him running in the background in case we need to do stuff. Chat commands are still viable, so if you want to mess with the players, feel free. Before we get going here, I did want to say thank you for the opportunity to DM. I have not been this nervous in a long time. I've run hundreds of different games for different players and all different groups, but for whatever reason, this group is very daunting. So I appreciate your patience as I work through the jitters. First thing I wanted to start off with is if you can't come to Drake's channel for the hard-pressing news and the discussions of the day, then where can you go? So I wanted to do a little bit of an icebreaker, get to know each other a little bit more, let the viewers tap into our insight a little bit. Drake is messing around with the camera, so I'll leave him alone for a minute. And I know this can be controversial, could be divisive, but start with you, Jingo. It's a warm day. You hear the sound of a ice cream truck. You walk out with cash in hand. Question is, what ice cream do you buy from an ice cream truck?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I am quite fond of root beer popsicles.
Nice. Are those the ones that have the vanilla center and the root beer outside?
I have never had one of those, but sure, why not? Nope, I just like plain old root beer popsicles. See, I live in Arizona and popsicles don't melt as fast as ice cream. So ice cream outside is a no-no unless you want an ice cream glove.
There you go.
My camera's not working, but I'm showing you my root beer that I'm drinking.
Nice.
Well,
you can see it, but the stream can't.
Right. All right, so Caesar, since you spoke up, same question. What ice cream do you buy from an ice cream truck?
Every time, definitely the strawberry shortcake.
Nice.
Those are just awesome.
Epic choice.
Yep. That is my third choice if they don't have the first two I want. Yep. Absolutely. Good choice. Solid. Usually very consistent. All right. And Weed, you are new to this group. What would you buy if you were at an ice cream truck?
Yeah, my personal favorite has been since I was a little kid is orange creamsicles. Of course, strawberry shortcake is second, but the orange creamsicles are the first.
The creamsicle was number 2 for me.
Nice.
I'd say the drumstick is number 2 for me.
Drumsticks, if they're old, are like almost unpalatable. but a fresh drumstick, excellent. All right, so Drake, if you can multitask here, what is your go-to ice cream truck ice cream?
Can I say a hot fudge sundae? Can you get that off an ice cream truck?
No. Have you never bought anything from an ice cream truck before?
Since I was a little kid. But if
Well,
I had to
don't
go back to as a little kid, I would always get the what was it called? The rocket. It was red, white,
The
red, blue,
bomb
and
pop.
white.
Yep. Bomb
No,
pops. Yep. The
the
rocket
bomb
pops.
pop. Yeah, the bomb
Yeah.
pop.
in your defense,
Yep.
some ice cream trucks have that little plastic cup with the paper lid and the wooden spoon. They got the sundaes.
Yeah, the little tiny ones. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, skip that. No, it's got to be like a good
It's like
scoop of ice
3
cream.
scoops.
Or, yeah, or soft serve would be fine.
The yeah, my kids were a fan of the miscellaneous characters: SpongeBob, Spider-Man, this amorphous colored blob with 2 gumball that were supposed to be eyes. But my favorite actually is similar to the rocket pop. It's the same shape, but instead of the red, white, and blue one, I like the banana chocolate one. The banana chocolate rocket pop is my go-to, and then second is the strawberry shortcake. So that is my go-to when you have this. But now that
Miss- We're missing some good ones like the ice cream sandwich.
ice cream sandwich is solid. It's I agree. That's a good one. That's right up there with the strawberry shortcake, depending on what they have and what they don't have. So
It's gotta be the giant ice cream sandwich show, not the small one.
The Klondike bar.
I was never really a huge fan of the Klondike bar myself. But all right, so thank you for breaking the ice with me, breaking the ice cream with me. Who's ready to play some make believe?
I live in the land of make believe.
There you go. All right, so tonight we're going to be rolling up some characters. I do want to go over a little bit of the homebrew rules that I have. They are pinned in our chat if you ever wonder or have questions. There's no technology in this world, artificers, warforged, firearms, things like that. The Eberron setting is pretty much, a lot of it is out. When the extension works, which it is working right now, if you get a critical hit, you get 2 dice. The first die is always maxed, so you won't have any of these pitiful 2 1s on your crit dice. Also, healing potions, I do not allow 1s when you're rolling for healing. So whether you're casting a spell or doing healing potion, whenever you're rolling a die for healing, if you roll a 1, you re-roll it. And just the die that was a 1. And then healing potions are rules as written, an action to retrieve and drink. However, whether you do it to yourself or to somebody else, it does not have to be actually imbibed. It can be applied directly to the wound, and the healing potions will still work. Hit points, when we level up, we'll go over this more detail. They are you have the average that the game gives you. Then I will roll your hit die. You will roll your hit die, and you will pick the best of those 3. So you'll never have less than the average. Typically, you'll get a little bit higher. If we're here and you're on time, ready to go, you'll get inspiration every week. It does not carry over to the next week unless you earn it. And that leads me to my next thing. Players can nominate each other. So if somebody does something really awesome and I don't give them inspiration, you think they deserve it, say, hey, I think they deserve inspiration for what they just did. And normally I will give it to them. So that is my homebrew rules. The calendar we are using is called the Calendar of Harptos. So that is the picture for it, but this is the better picture. So I'll share 3 images. They might be behind things that you have popping up. You can also go to the top right of your screen. If you don't have it wide enough to where you can see the symbols, there's a symbol that looks like a calendar under Tools in the very top right. If you click on Calendar, that will open up the calendar. But this is a visual demonstration of what it looks like. In the message of the day, I mentioned it was the 20th of Kythorn, which is the summer solstice. So you'll notice that there are every 3 months there is a single day added to the year, and that's how it comes up with a total of 364. Like I said, if you open up the calendar, you can see how that's spread out. It looks a little confusing if you just open up the calendar, so that's why I gave you these visual demonstrations. If you care, feel free to drag the symbol where it says drag record link, the little gray dragon, down into one of your hotkeys if you want to refer to this later. Doesn't matter. I will say, while we're here and thinking about calendars, I will be asking at some point for your birthday. If you don't care, just roll a 12-sider and then a /DIE space 1D30, and it'll generate a birthday for you. And because I'm eventually going to populate the calendar with your birthdays. And that is pretty much it for the house rules. Any questions on house rules? Cool. Let's get into the character creation. What we're going to do is we're going to... There's 4 of you, and GM, Matacuri is not here, so there's going to be 5 of you plus me. What we're going to do is we're going to generate a total of 7 attributes to pick from. I shared the dice note, so if you just type that into the chat /DIE space, and then you have blue, red, green, or just normal. D1 means it will drop the lowest. So each of you do that once, and I'm going to fill in the rest until we have 7.
Does it matter what color we use?
It only to you, and to me, I'll secretly be judging you based on your color.
Wait, what was that?
You just did 41s.
Oh, I did. Oh, that's not what I put in chat. 4D. I didn't type it either. Whoa. All right, use that one. Figures. Oh, I was working on cameras.
Wow, your DM is really screwing you guys. All right, so if you have 117, all right, overall it's not too shabby. So
Didn't
here are...
Curie roll a 17 too?
Four, 5. So those are the 6 that we're going to be using. All right, and Caesar, what was the acronym again? AR? or ABRC.
Oh, ABRC, yeah.
So that stands for abilities, background, race, class. If you want to fill those in. Drake, did we want to use the player symbol, streamer symbol for the portraits again, or do we want to use the character portraits?
That's kind of up to you as the DM. I only did it so I could remember who was who. That's why I did it. I'm getting closer on the cameras. I got everybody up there. I just got to resize them right. Like Caesar's all hanging out of the box and shit.
All right, so, excuse me. We have Foster Copper, who is a sorcerer.
Yeah, man.
We have Penrod, supposed to be Penny or Penry.
Henry, like Henry, but with a P. Come on, you never watch Hong Kong Phooey?
Number one super guy.
Classic.
There we go, fixed it. All right, so Penrod, Penny Pooch by Caesar. And what race are you going to be?
Dogkin,
Okay, and
Wild Wolf.
Foster, what race are you?
Cobalt. Copper.
Okay.
I'm a dragon. No, just a little one.
I'm not sure how
Cool.
Weed Whacker and Jingo got your character, because
They
I'm
imported them.
still in the character wizard. I don't have a character done yet.
oh, okay. Oh, so Weed, if you go over to the right, it says Tool, Play, Library, Player. Do you see those? Big
Yeah, I got
gray.
it.
Okay. Underneath Player says Characters.
Yeah, I
So
got
if
it. Character selection.
Yep. And then on the bottom, it'll be a little green plus. So click that. Perfect. So you should have a big thing pop up in the middle of your screen. And then slide that to the side for a moment. You're going to go back to where we were on the right, where it says Library. And you're going to click on Modules.
Got it. It's
Bottom left says Activation. Click that. And what you were talking about, if I remember right, is a barbarian half-orc? Or human? What type of
it
barbarian did you
was
want?
it was hold on. It was a fighter Goliath.
Goliath fighter, perfect. All right, so that's straight out of the player's handbook. So in where it says search by name, if you just type in player and enter, you'll have, well, try players. That'll narrow it. There's still a lot of stuff there. I forget how much crap I have in here. So just type in handbook in the where it says search. There you go. And then you want the D&D, not the Dungeons and Dragons player's handbook. You want the D&D player's handbook.
Got
And
it.
just click where it says load. It can take a little while, or depending on your computer. And then the other thing you want to do is, I'm trying to think of what else you would need. But that's pretty much it for the fighter you're gonna play. Goliaths are. Gotta remember where Goliaths are. Give me just a second.
Why is it not letting me use my class that I built outside the table?
Goliath is Volos. Okay. So and then the other one now in this where it says search by name, type VOLO, and then
What's up,
add
Accordio?
Volo's Guide to Monsters.
45 months. Bitches.
And those are the 2 books you'll need. You can close this out when you're done.
Okay,
Close
looks
out
like you're both ordered.
modules.
Got it.
And on your character sheet, um, so we're gonna starting with abilities. So from that, did you want to be a dexterity fighter or a strength fighter? Are you going to be shooting? I presume since you've been with Drake forever, you know about D&D and stuff, right? You just are not familiar with Fantasy Grounds.
Oh
itself.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're looking at dex or you're looking at strength?
With this particular character, I'm gonna go strength.
All right. And just so you know, keep in the back of your mind, when you get to that point, the Goliath is going to be... He will give you strength +2 and con +1. So go ahead and throw those ability scores in as you want. Keeping in, and don't worry, like I said, the Goliath will add it automatically later. But keep in mind your strength will go up by 2 and your con will go up by 1.
Got it.
And to do that, so like where it says strength, just click in the box on the left where it says abilities. And then just type what
My bad.
type what you're going to put in there. And when you click it, it'll outline just a little bit darker. And just do that for all the stats.
Okay.
Are you on
So Drake, did you figure
2024
out
Player's
what you were
Handbook
talking
already?
about?
What was I talking about?
You're having issues with your
Oh, it might be a
class?
module load, and I went down the module loading rabbit hole at the moment. So I'm just going
Okay.
through all your. Do you own the 2024?
Yes, but we're not using it.
Well, I saw it there, and I'm like, did I just turn it on? But it says Dungeons and Dragons instead of D&D. That's the
Yes.
difference.
Yep.
Stream chat
Hey
rewards.
everybody, sorry I'm late.
What?
Oh, you're here.
What?
Woohoo.
I didn't know what time I was gonna get back. I thought it would be like 10 p.m. or later, but we ended
Nice.
early, so
All right,
went
so
home.
since you're late to the party,
I don't get
you-
inspiration.
we already did our long discussion, and feelings were hurt, arguments were had. The question is, you're outside on a warm day, an ice cream truck comes and you have the cash. What do you buy from the ice cream truck?
Is it like the kind of ice cream truck that has scoops, or is it the kind that
No,
has the
it's a traditional
pre-made
ice cream
ones?
truck. Yep, the pre-made ones.
Little deep freezes.
Probably a drumstick. Unless they have the SpongeBob ice cream. And I
Oh,
buy one
no.
for Christopher and I. They melt everywhere and make a huge
Yep.
mess.
Little colored amorphous globs with 2
Yep.
gumball for eyes.
Yep.
Excellent. Awesome, awesome. All right, so go. All right, so I put in the chat, and I'll do it again since you just showed up. There you go. Those are the stats we're using.
Okay.
And Weed is our new player.
What's up, Weed?
Hey,
You're
hey.
on camera, John?
I am not. I can
Oh.
be. Give me a moment. I hadn't turned that
Sven,
on
are
yet.
you not using Tasha's or something?
Tasha should be there, yes.
My show is loaded, but I don't have access to it. Let me see again.
Modules, let me make sure. Activation. Cache.
Oh, I just show the players. Which should be all I need.
Yeah,
What
you are a
theme
player.
is this?
That
What's
should be all
that?
you need.
What theme is this?
This is
The-
Dungeon.
Dungeon.
my,
Okay. I was gonna
with
say it
my
looked
own
familiar.
backdrop.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah. What am I playing?
Old
There
school.
should be a link in the message of the day too. See if your Ninja camera works. But I don't. For some reason, I don't think it is.
Who? Mine?
Yeah.
Mine's the same as it always is. I haven't made any changes. I use the same thing to launch
Yeah, I
it.
see
I
'em.
didn't. I see you all. Do you not see me?
Yeah, we can see you. You're not on the stream, and I don't know
Did you
why.
launch my thing because you knew I wasn't going to be here?
I just did. I just launched your bat file.
Okay. Kranath Heart Ripper. Nice. Alright, Valkasi. Clan.
Where is my? I
Clan
on a bunch
Valkazi.
of notes
Alright, there can
somewhere.
be only one. Alright, so now for background. Over underneath on the right, Weed, again with library player campaign, you want character. Open that down and you'll see backgrounds underneath that. And then if the background you didn't want isn't there, that means it was not in the player's handbook or in the other one you opened. So we can just open the one you want if it's not there.
Yeah, I'm on this page, but I don't see where to open up that.
Uh-oh. You're doing something to your background. There we go.
Huh.
So did you find the window that popped up the backgrounds?
No, I didn't. Where's
Okay,
that again?
So on the far right of the screen, you have library, player, campaign, character in gray. The drop-down menus on the far right,
I got it.
and tools. Same place you found modules, but below that it says character.
Yeah, I pulled up the background thing.
There you go. And then, so now what you want to do is just grab that red circle. If you want to read any of them, just click the red circle. That'll pop it up in front of you, and you can skim through it to remind yourself what they do. Once you pick one, just click that red circle and drag it onto your character sheet and let go. Redeem Kill Caesar. Excellent.
Is that asshole here?
Mm-hmm.
Had to be
Dean
him.
Gorgias is here. All right. I think
All right. Caesar, your character is dead, so you have to start again.
I can't believe he killed a dog. You're a dog murderer.
Old Yeller.
Lassie will not be happy
Well,
with you.
now your new character is going to be John Wick, right? He killed your dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I
why
need to
can't I
choose a
get the
language.
silly.
So there's a language note that has them all nice and easy, all spelled out for you guys. If you take a look at that.
You got 2 languages on each line, right?
Yes.
What speaks beast?
Beasts.
Like animals?
Yes.
Well, that'd be a good one for a dog to know. I'll take that one.
Not everyone can learn beasts, but there are a lot of things that give you the ability to speak with beasts, speak with animals. So I will make your portrait at some point, Panrod. For now, we'll just use your token.
All right.
And so we, at some point, I know this has nothing to do with anything, but while I'm thinking about it, at some point, if you want to find art for your character, we need a full body art. It doesn't have to, and then just give it to Drake, and we'll do what we need to do to make the portrait and the token and the 3D token and all that stuff. So
Actually, you should
Back,
just go to
background,
Hero
no
Forge.
background.
Just go to Hero Forge and make your shit up.
yeah,
That's
you
what
can
I
do that
did.
too.
That's
All
what
right.
I did.
Whatever works.
I
All
was
right,
thinking I
language
should.
so your background is
Palettes or
there.
no?
So Weed, as you put it into the background, did your chat fill up with a bunch of lines?
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you.
Athletics, survival, and language.
Yep.
One of my goals.
So that tells you everything that's added. That'll happen also when you level up. It'll show you what was added to your character sheet, just so you know. You also should have had a pop-up of if there are any choices like languages or abilities or skills. You should have seen a pop-up that you choose from. Did that happen at all? Let's see. With your yeah, so it gave you athletic and survival. So perfect. All right, so now it is species. So click the same thing underneath character. Click species. Since you know what you want already, just grab the Goliath and drag it over and let go. It'll do the rest for you. Matakuri, we went over the house rules. You know most of them already, but they're also pinned. So when you get a chance, glance at those.
Okay. Will do.
So I see that Penry was able to put his parcel. Penry's parcel was placed on his character. If anyone else needs help with their parcels, let me know. It was being weird sometimes, so
Where do I find those parcels?
under parcel, if you have to have the Rob Tui 5e background and class equipment bundle open,
Pretty sure I do.
or I can just drop them onto you. Like I said, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I've got them. I see.
Like I'm taking care of Kronoth Heart Ripper of the Valkazi clan for him. Cool, you got Goliath on there. So you see your strength went up, con went up. So now the last thing we need is your class. Same thing, under character, open classes. This time you'll see that there are 2 fighters. And if you look to the right, one says Player's Handbook, and the other says Tasha's. Actually, no, there isn't one for Tasha. Never mind.
No, I just have the one. I didn't
Cool.
open up Tasha.
All right, never mind. Then Volo. Yeah, so Volo doesn't have one, so you're good. So just drag it over there, drag and drop, and it'll ask you for skills. Don't forget you already have athletics and survival, so you don't want to pick those 2. That's the one thing it doesn't show you that you already had those. All right, and I will give you your gear. fighter. All right, is that Kiai?
Yahi,
Kiahi. What are you?
Warlock, fire element kin.
From Bonovo?
Bonovo, yep.
Okay. All right, so
building things right
weed,
now.
if you want to look at, are all the pop-ups and things gone now?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so go to your inventory tab on your character sheet. You see down the right, main skills, abilities. Go to inventory.
Got it.
So there's a bunch of different things you can do with this page. This is a window like most other windows that you'll see. Again, you've got that drag record link if you ever want to just drag it down to the bottom. You can also double click on your face up, and it should be on the top left of your screen somewhere. That'll open up your character sheet if you ever close it for whatever reason. On the inventory, if you need to change the size of the window, on the bottom right, there's these little lines making a triangle on the very bottom right of the window. You can drag that, or as true with any window that opens up in Fantasy Grounds, if you hold down the control key, left click, you can then drag left and right and up and down to change the shape of the window. Then as far as your starting equipment, you've got it all here. You start with battle axe, chainmail, light crossbow are your weapons, and a shield, and a walking staff. Staff is not a weapon, it's a walking staff. That's from Outlander. If you don't want those, if you want to tweak that and change it to a different weapon or different armor, that's fine. And let me know which ones you want, and we can fix it for you.
Gotcha.
And while you're there on your inventory, you'll notice everything that says C. If you cover over the letter C, it's green. You're carrying it. Everything that says E, you're equipped. If you click it, it will then make it where it's equipped, not carried, carried. Bottom of the page tells you how much you're carrying, how much you can carry. All right, so is anybody finished with their character?
No. I rebuilt mine. For some reason, my dealy do was not let me select the sorcerer.
Okay.
So I started rebuilding it, but that's okay. This way it's in your table clean with your books.
I'm trying to add a. Can I add this spear and drop that short sword for my monk?
So, are you saying it's not letting you do so?
Yeah, it won't let me drag the spear over
Okay.
for some reason.
I think they changed something because I noticed that on another table. So I think they've made it to where players can't screw with stuff anymore. Which is annoying because if you guys are really going to cheat, well, have fun. If you have to cheat in a game where everything is made up, then go for it. So you just want a regular spear?
Yeah, just a regular spear.
Because we have boar spears, we have
I did
short
notice
spears.
when you
short
open them, it
hooked
says
spear.
there's a version at the bottom, Legacy or 2024.
Correct. Yep. Here's
Yeah, just a regular old starting spear.
There's that one. So that way they can't, if you impale somebody, you can't.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Okay.
Will it let me delete that short sword?
I already did. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I think I'm all set then.
Darts. Okay. All right. So, weed. Anything you want to change on your weapons or armor, things like that? Inventory.
I think with the starting out character, this looks pretty good. I was gonna have him use the
Okay.
battle axe anyways.
Perfect. So if you click on the Actions tab on the bottom of the tabs, this is your bread and butter page as far as when you're fighting. You'll notice there are little hands there. A battle axe is not versatile, is it? It is, okay.
It
So
should be, yes.
if you see the little hand where it says 1,
Yep.
click that, and it will change to 2, and then you notice the damage changes to 1d10. So if you're not using your shield, you're using it two-handed, do it that way, click it again. It says O for offhand, and which is self-explanatory, and then click it again, go back to 1. So as you're using it, that's how you change where your weapon is. We're going to go ahead and give you 20 bolts. And then to use it, there's lots of different ways to do things in Fantasy Grounds. And we'll go into the actual fighting, what you need to do for fighting when we get there. Fighting style. What fighting style did you want? Archery, defense, duel, great weapon fighting, protection, 2-weapon fighting.
I was gonna go with great weapon.
Okay. So I'm going to.
Oh, I never noticed there was a whispered GM on the radio for the dice tower.
Yes, sir. We roll 1 or 2 on damage die. Make a magic wielding. You can re-roll the die. You must use a new roll. Weapon must be 10. Okay. So this is one of the few things in Fantasy Ground that is not automated. So you're just going to have to remember that, Weed. If you roll a 1 or a 2 when you're using your battle axe with 2 hands. Did you want a great axe, or are you good with a battle axe and just using
Oh,
it wield 2-handed?
I would like a great axe.
Okay. Because it doesn't say it has to be a great weapon; it just says you're wielding the weapon 2 hands. So, I'll if that's what you want,
If
absolutely,
I
let's
could
do
that's
that.
that'd be something I could acquire later on. You know, it's one of those things like, you know, it's a starting character. I don't mind starting with the
Great.
lesser of the equipment.
So you'll notice with the great axe, when you click 1 or 2, it does not change because it's not a versatile weapon. In theory, it should always be a 2 anyway. So I'm going to then get rid of your shield. I'm just trading in your shield and your battle axe for a great axe. Does that work?
That works for me. Excellent.
Cool. Chainmail is equipped. Light bow, crossbow is equipped. Okay. All right. So if you'll notice on your actions page, you'll see that it has ammo 20 underneath your crossbow. As you fire it, it will keep track there, but it doesn't actually change in your inventory. So at some point, you'll have to go to your inventory page and change your crossbow bolts from 20 down and keep track as you go.
Got it.
All right, what else do you start with? Let's see.
On the actions here on my class fighter, shouldn't the
Second
great
wave.
weapons, great weapons should be here?
All right, so the great weapon, like I said, isn't something that's automatic. So that's why you don't see it here. It's on your abilities page. You'll see your second wind is there and your stone's endurance is there.
Yes.
And those will automatically populate when you take a rest. Just click the little circle next to them after you use them to indicate that you've used it. And if you want to read about it, it'll be there. Just click that red circle and it'll tell you details about what that thing does. And then go to your, like I said, abilities page. Has your features, traits, proficiencies, languages, all that's all there. You do get one more language of your choice. So on your abilities page, just backspace over where it says one of your choice. And you can type in one of the languages. And I have it in a message of the day. Or if you need it, I can share it again. All the languages to easily accessible.
No, not yet though, Gar. We're gonna wait a little bit. Plus, it's a little early to be starting 2024. We're too chicken
Hey,
shit.
Belgar. Appreciate you stopping by, saying hello.
I'm trying to build a character and set cameras up on the stream and do all that crap. So you're just looking at my mess
Characters.
building a character.
Foster copper.
Monk was easy as shit to build.
Yeah, there's not much to it. They're like, it's like a rogue. Okay, done.
All right. Okay, so excuse me. Henry is done. Anyone else finished?
No.
Except for I still need to do my personality traits, etc. But I have all the main stuff done on my character. If you'd like to look at it.
Okay, so those of you who haven't quite finished, that's fine. I'm gonna grab a couple of you. Let's see. Let me close down my 15 windows here. Boy, I had a lot of windows open. All right. Notes. There we go. Okay. I need, well, needs a strong word. I would like 2 scribes. So that would be 2 players who will volunteer to be scribes. What you would be doing is one of you is taking care of the things/things encountered note. The other one will be taking care of the people and places note. In return for keeping up with those, you will get a free second inspiration, or first inspiration if you're late. You get a free inspiration every week that we play.
You get to be
People and
late
places
if
is a
it's
little
small.
bit more involved because there are more people and places that you're going to be running into, depending on how many encounters and stuff you have. But if either anybody is interested in those, let me know, and I will show you how to do that.
I am
These will be
horrible at note taking.
These will be accessible to everybody, and so anybody at any time will be able to look at all the things you fought, so you can role play and/or metagame what you know and don't know about different things that you've run across, and the people and places that you run into, and names and faces and pictures and things will all be in the people and places note that you'll have full access to. And if nobody wants to do that, that's fine. I will do it. But I find it
I will
easier.
keep track of the people and places one.
All right, so go into notes, start a new one, name the people and places, and then I will copy and paste what I have already into that for you. Make sure you click the little symbol that says not shared.
There we go.
All right, so we'll start with Reed or Penry. Do you know where, what city, or what place, locale you came from?
Haven't thought about it yet. Let me see.
I know he comes from the north of the mountains.
All right, and what brings you to Baldur's Gate? This huge, giant, biggest city that you know of on the Sword Coast. What is sending you there?
Let me think for just a second. Get back with
Penry, do you know why you're going to Baldur's Gate?
I'm coming up with it. Hold on.
So, Jingo, your busiest night is going to be tonight, and I will be helping you as well, trying to fill in some of these on the very bottom where it says players/characters.
I got it.
Okay, go for it.
Penry's going to Baldur's Gate because his pet cat Spot, who's a striped cat, got kidnapped, and he's looking for Sergeant Flint to help him find Spot.
Okay,
Number one super guy. That's his real dog's name, Spot.
All right. How about I'm thinking along as my clan leader because I have ambitions to move up in the clan and set me off to make a name for myself outside of the area where I'm from. And being Baldur's Gate the biggest city that I know of, so I decided to set my way to there.
excellent. So your goal is to become the clan leader.
Yes.
Excellent. That helps with that. You are a Goliath fighter. And you're going to copy your awesome name. All right, and I don't know if you were officially introduced, but Maticurity, this is Weed Whacker.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm getting there.
All right, so I'm looking at the two of you, and Jingo, you are Zashir.
Zashir, yes.
You are a human paladin. Okay.
Species.
Why are you going to Baldur's
I,
Gate?
I am the youngest son of a noble family of Kalimshan. My eldest brother ran away when he was young, and father is old and dying. And unless I can convince my brother, who I believe is in Baldur's Gate, to come home and assume his place as the head of the household, I will have to do that, which I don't want to do.
Perfect. Oh, and by the way, Weed, if you look at the character sheet on the different tabs, you'll see notes. Feel free to fill in as much of that. I will access the gender, age, height, weight, size. I don't. I mean, sizes are all you're all medium, but the rest of it, I will be accessing that quite a bit. So if you can fill in at least that part, and then if you have a DD you worship, um, feel free to fill that in. The rest of the stuff, the personality traits, that's totally up to you. Appearance, notes, that's all up to you. But I would like at least the top line there on your notes page.
yeah, I got that filled out for you.
Perfect. Okay. Let me go to here and start pulling you guys out. Let's take a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with Drake. So Drake, if you just want to pull this to the side so everybody can see, even though you may not be part of it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. All right, so two things real quick, Weed. If you again on the very back of your screen, on the top right, it says Tool. Underneath there, you will see a little symbol of a die, and it says Dice. If you click that, it'll open up, and you can pick what your dice look like. You can also go to underneath it, well, depending on how you have it set up, Options, which looks like a cog or a flower. And the second line in Options is your player color. So right now you guys are all black, but if you make a point an arrow or do a ping on the map, it'll use your active character color. So you can change that as well in the options. So now that you guys know where your dice are, I need the three of you, Kraneth, Penry, and Zashir, to give me a percentile, please. All right, and Weed, the very last die in the row is the percentile. They made it. It used to be like you did. Just
My bad. I'm sorry. It's new.
oh, no big deal. Uh, perfect. All right, and
All right. How do I? I've never done this on the player side. Put my tokens down, or do I have to give them to you? Token, portrait, etc.
y- that you can change your portrait if you have access to the portrait. But the other two have to be done by the DM. So you can drop them, either DM them to me personally or to Drake uh, in Discord, and either during the break or by next week, I'll have that all finished for you. But the portrait you can do yourself.
I don't
if
even
you
have
access
all
to
of
the
them,
portraits.
Thelgar. There's still
I'm looking at a
couple that I
map
don't
of
know.
the realms. I'm going to say my guys from the spine of the world of the mountains to the left of Mithril Hall, though. Few day travel.
All right, so you want to let's add that to your note real quick. Notes, note. You said you say that again.
Uh, spine of the world mountains, left a few days travel from Mithril Hall.
Is that west or east?
I'm sorry, that would be west.
And it looks like your cursors.
Yeah, I got to change my push to talk. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. I've been there, done that. Oh, I'll let you type it then since you're here typing it. Cool, perfect. And I'm gonna put that in the note.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Sarah was like, yeah, like how.
place. Western. Bottom of the world, mountains is where you're from. Okay. All right, so Jinko, you should see what I'm doing in the people and places note as we have time. That's eventually what I want to do. So if you guys didn't see in the Discord, I did want to have um, this information. I am going to be using some of it. So perfect. Is that a full body? It is full body. Great. Cool, cool, cool. So are you using a spear and a shield, or is that just a cool picture?
It's actually I use a glaive, which is a two-handed weapon. I use a
Okay.
sword and a shield.
Cool.
So the
All right.
spear I have is actually bigger and nastier looking than that. That's just the coolest picture I could come up with on a short notice. I might come up with a different one later, but that
All
about
right.
sums up what he looks like.
No worries. Okay, so with those rolls, Henry and Kronoth, Heart Ripper, the clan Valkasi, you are working your way down, and actually, I'm going to have. Do I have a second one I can do? I'm taking a look at one other thing while you guys finish. All right, and so on the top right of your character sheet, no matter what page you're on, there's INSP. If you hover over it, it says inspiration. Uh, you guys can click that if you earned it. And Jingo, you can click both of them. Show that you have two.
All right, I am ready.
Drake, my traps. Okay. All right, Penry, do you have a sleight of hand?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just have Kronoff. All right. Let me share this with All right, so there's going to be a big window thrown up in your face. Read. Let me go ahead and zoom in and get it ready for you. You're bedded down for the night. And you're about days travel from maybe 2 days travel. You're not positive, but you're guessing it's about 2 days travel from Baldur's Gate. Having never been there before, you're not positive, but you have a pretty good idea. And you hear some scurrying in the bushes, and you see this strange looking, almost spidery creature with this long neck. And then everything goes black. You're actually no, it's just charmed. So you hear in your mind, stand up, walk with me, and you rise and you walk with this thing, and takes you to this pit, and you're lowered down into this pit, and it says eat, and you have this. It's almost like a cake, or a fluffy biscuit, and you eat it, and clearly something's wrong with it as you start to feel dizzy and then fall asleep.
It's a dream pastry. Don't eat it.
Wrong button. Okay, so let me add you guys to the party sheet while I'm here. John is an excellent, Matty Curie is an excellent teacher, so feel free to jump in. If I miss something, guys, like I said, Weed knows D&D really, really well. He's just not familiar with Fantasy Grounds. Having played with it for so long, I haven't had a new player in quite a while, but I'm doing my best. So if I forget something, let me know. Let me see. Let me go to Combat Tracker. All right. All right. So underneath tools on the top right, there's the cross swords. It says Combat Tracker. I personally like to have that open as a player and of course as a DM. It'll show you the initiative when everybody goes. It'll also show you any kind of conditions, special things that you can and can't do. Will be there in the Combat Tracker, so it's a good place to have open.
Only one character has dark vision? That's rare.
Yeah, he will have Devil's Sight, so he has dark vision as well.
Oh, it's not on your thing yet.
Interesting.
It's not there
Okay.
yet, no.
So I'm sharing a map with you. I'm actually going to share it with everybody just so you guys can follow along. If you're not finished and you're doing other stuff, close it. It's not important. Did you get a map?
Yeah,
I got
prison
little-
pit popped up.
black.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That was my other question. I want to have the option where you guys can see the other players, what they see. Let me see what that is. Game,
Player vision. Player
combat, token. Here, no. Party vision and
Party
movement
vision.
on. There you go.
Hey, there we can
Now-
see now.
Now you guys should be able to see it.
It's like a well.
Okay. So, I apologize for the confusion, but as you can see, this grid that they drew on the map
It's
is not
squinchy.
square,
It's very not square.
and it doesn't fit your token. So, if you can, try to pretend that the grid isn't there.
So
As
we
you
have to
drag your
old school
characters,
paper.
as you drag your character and move it around, it'll show you how far you are and stuff like that.
It's
All right,
better
so you
than my
wake up.
dry erase maps.
Yeah.
Hey man, those are great.
So you wake up. You have a headache, and your hands are bound. Um,
Your
so go
butt
ahead
hurts.
and
Oh, sorry.
on your yeah.
Do you
the
tell anyone?
Yeah.
the my mind went to a really dark place. I'll move on. All right. On your skills tab in your character sheet, Weed, you'll see there is on the right it says total. By the way, that weird little round thing is actually like a symbol of a 20-sided die. Anytime you see that box means you can click it and it'll roll. So you're bound. Go ahead and double click where it says athletics +6. Double click that square. Ooh, nice colored dice. All right, so perfect. Yeah, so you rip these apart. They weren't well done in the first place, but you're easily able to tear it. You don't have any of your equipment. And you're looking around. You see signs. Go ahead and give me a survival check as well. So even with the 5 you did, it's dark. It's a little hard to see. Just a little bit of lights coming in from the top. But you do see signs that other people or other things have been here. You see blood. You see waste. But as for right now, you don't see anybody else or any other bodies or anything else. And you do see these steps going up out of where you are. So what would you like to do?
How these steps, do they look like they're climbable? If I get move
Yes.
closer to one,
Yep.
I'm going
The
to
dirt.
slowly work my way up the steps and to get so where I can see above the rim to see what's around me.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it locked for a moment just so you can see what's going on. If you put your cursor over your face on the map, click it, grab it, and then drag it, it'll start measuring the distance. So go ahead and move like 15 feet and then let go. There you go. And it shows me, the DM, this is where I want to move. If you wanted to change it, you just grab your face again and start over. And yep. So I will then approve it. And now I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. Go ahead and give me a perception check. All right, so it is cold to you. It's just normal because you're used to living in the cold. A little bit of a light breeze going on. You don't smell anything, but you do hear a little scrape of a rock above you to the north, and you're able to peek out a little bit. So right now you're in a pit. So as I move you out of the pit, you then will be able to see everything. So as you creep your way up, you're looking around, and you see that you are in. So if you use your mouse wheel, you can zoom in or zoom out of the map to get a better view of what's going on. And you see, so I'm going to use the ping feature. So this area here is slightly higher. These black lines are steps up and around. You normally wouldn't be able to see through these large cliff faces, but I just left the map on so you guys could see it. You do hear slight movement from this cave up here, and this is blocked off. There's rubble and stuff back here. You think you might be able to climb over that eventually, but right now you don't have any gear, you don't have any weapons, you have nothing. This thing stands out to you, though. It is a huge monolith. It's almost looks a little out of place, and because it's so precarious, right over the edge of this pit. What would you like to do?
So I hear the noise to the north of me. So I'm going to finish getting out of the pit I'm in and slowly work my way to the north, investigating as I go.
All right, so go ahead and now you can click and drag and move your character without. It's called. I've unlocked the token. Here, let me pull you out of the pit. Can't leave the pit without me. There we go. All right, so go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sorry, double click.
Nope, that's because of your armor. It still has it that you're wearing armor. That's fine. Either one wouldn't matter. All right, so with the wind and the other things that are happening, you are moving quietly enough to where you're able to get up and around here, and you see into now. You can see into it, and you see the two things that kidnapped you. So this is a picture of all three. Again, I'm going to sharing a picture. It will pop up. It might be behind the map. Do you see the picture of the
Yep, it
spider
pops up in
creeps?
front. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the smaller one is what you see. This weird spidery creature with this long neck. And you know it messed with your mind and took over your mind. You also, with the perception roll that you made, you do see a chest, and your battle axe is laying next to the chest, right here. Go ahead and give me either investigation. Let's see. Actually, looking at stats. Yeah, with your wisdom of 11, you can tell if you can get behind this monolith thing, you could push it down and crush those two bugs.
Okay. So I just want to work on make my way to. It looks like those stairs going up. Can I tell?
Yes, these stairs here are stairs going up. These are so there's a gap here and a gap here, and these are like tall rocks sticking up like columns. So they will hide you from them, and you can get all the way up there to them. But then it's a matter of working your way around them or working your way up the steps and around.
In between those two uprises, that's a ramp going up. Can I tell?
So right here is flat, but then
Yep.
it goes up here. So the ramp would be up here. Yep.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
So
So
both
that's
sides are pretty much doing the same thing. One is like a ramp, the others are steps.
okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up the ramp.
Okay, so
I'll
go ahead and move your
try a
character.
little bit of steps, stealth, of course.
There it is. Okay. All right, so you're able to work your way. Um, you see that they're eating something. There's something in between them, and occasionally they'll fight. There's also turn their head and look deeper into the cave for a moment, and then so able to use these moments to sneak your way up and through, and you start working your way up and around the outside. So go ahead and give me a athletics check. $25. Excellent. So you sneak around, plant your. What does it look like when you push this thing?
All right, so I'm going to plant my feet 2 feet behind the rock or the monolith here. I'm going to lean forward and press in with my shoulders with both hands on the rock, and I'm going to start with all my strength pushing it over.
Nice, man.
All right. And so with the some of the rocks crumble and fall as this thing chips and then smash or the squish. You see bloods and body parts and legs fly everywhere, and you carefully look down and see over the edge there that they are very, very dead, and you are able to then work your way around and retrieve your gear, and are able to continue on your way.
All right, I search around anything else worth, like, do they have any
This
other?
is clearly a temporary spot for them, and so you see that this has been well used, but nothing here is permanent. So there are remnants, of campfires and various blood and rotting food and pieces of dead animals, but none of them are fresh, besides the one they were eating, which is now crushed underneath a rock.
Excellent. I'll work my way out and try to figure out my way out.
All right. So we will go ahead and take you off this map. All right. Is anybody else not finished with their character? Any questions? Any equipment needs to be swapped?
No, I am ready to go.
Oh, Foster's done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
he's
double
done.
checking my.
Oh, I didn't do
Actually-
my notes
All
tab.
right. So everybody except Kronoth, go ahead and give me a percentile, please.
$69.
Nice.
What a way to start a roll off.
All right. Holy shnikes. Okay, so just generally speaking, you guys can keep in the back of your mind. For on my table, typically you want lower if I ask you for percentiles, which I will ask you quite a lot. So the fact that none of you got below 50 is pretty sad. But
Was that our goal? We thought it was over 50. You should have said
that's
it.
right.
Rocks fall,
Should've-
everybody's dead.
We gotta
should've told
start
you
over.
beforehand. That's right. Okay. But let's. Okay, close this. Jingos, people, and places. So, real quick, Penry, do you know where you're from yet?
Oh yeah,
Okay, where you from?
he grew up as an urchin in Waterdeep, and he was a janitor at the Yawning Portal for Darnan.
Oh, I beat you to it.
Okay, good. You're typing. Excellent. Thank you. All right. And then, do you have any family left alive right now?
No, he does have a
Okay.
girl. He had a girl down in Waterdeep. Her name was Rosemary.
Okay, Rosemary. Human. Dogkin?
She's human.
Okay. She's still a bitch?
She's a little ditzy.
Okay. Um, Drake, you are Foster.
Foster.
Where's Foster from?
Foster is from Little Kalamazoo. He's a grave digger, and he got stuck in a wagon that's going to Baldur's Gate.
Okay. So he was not. Was he stowing away, or is it an accident,
Um,
or both?
yeah, he fell asleep,
Okay.
and, and then when he wakes up, he's like trapped in the wagon or some kind of. It's a crate, he thinks.
Okay.
There's some mining
Um,
picks in here.
and do you have any family?
Yeah, like the Cobalt Nation.
But your family specifically?
Yeah, I
You
have.
you have your parents are still alive and a bunch
Yeah,
of
all
brothers and
4 of
sisters.
my parents are alive.
Okay.
I have 3 moms and a dad.
Gotcha.
And
All right.
16 brothers and sisters.
From
But
Utah?
two of them died yesterday. Some wagon ran them over.
All right. And Matakuri is Kiahi.
Keahi, yes. So Keahi is traveling towards Baldur's Gate with his parents, his mother and father. He is the only son. They are minor diplomats hoping to make trade routes to include Baldur's Gate, and Keahi is accompanying them, but he's typically bored with those kinds of delegations, so he sneaks away as much as he possibly can.
All right.
Where were you
So,
from?
It was undetermined, but it's probably not Forgotten Realms from another plane or something where they're trying to establish a trade route. But I haven't found a good candidate just yet.
all right. So I know we're close to our break time, but I'm going to stop here a couple minutes early. Let's take a 10-minute break. Come back in 10 minutes, and we'll pick up here with a little bit more of where you are and what's going on. So stick
All
around,
right.
everybody.
I'm going to do a timer. Actually, it's going to be for 11 minutes. Give the DM an extra minute. And we'll be back. So I'm going to put the slideshow on. And you guys go get a drink and do the bathroom. And you get 10 minutes. So you got 11. Hurry back.
combat tracker now, you will see that you have under your name, you'll see Mountain Born, resist cold. So if you ever take cold damage, it'll automatically do the resistance, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Because of fancy mounts. All right, so are we back, sir?
Everybody but me. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Welcome back, everybody.
Copper is the sorcerer.
Yeah.
And if you see Penrod typed a bunch of stuff in the chat, so you can just grab that and drag it right to the note.
Yep.
Makes it really easy. Thank you.
Hey,
I appreciate that, Caesar.
do you have automatic pack tactics on?
I do not have that on because, one, I didn't know we needed it, and two, a lot of the extensions were broken, so I went through and just added like one or two at a time, brought up the table, tested it. The ones that were broken, turned them down, so I just had the bare minimum right now, and we'll
All right.
see.
I'll delete it until you get it up, and I'll just use it when I need it.
Okay. If you wait till I get it up, it's gonna be a while. So, just saying.
That's what
All
that's
right,
what she said.
Right?
All right, back tactics. I'll make a note to see if it's ready. I don't know who does that. So
I don't think I had
I
any
know.
errors with it, but I don't remember anybody using
That's a
it.
Kent one, I think.
Oh, the wolves were all being okay, remember? They were getting their pack tactics.
cool. All right, yeah. So I'll definitely test it out before we play next time. Okay, so Copper, Fosser, Keahi, Kroneth, Penrod, Zasher. You are woken up because you're in pain. Especially at last several years, there are times when I will wake up because my back is tweaking or my neck is weird, and that's what's happening. You're uncomfortable and you're in pain, and so you're waking up, but it's not like normal. You're pretty quick to wake up. Some of you, I'm sure, are faster than others, but especially the warriors, Zashir and Kranath, Penrod. You're usually quick to wake up. You're very alert and able to look around. This time you're not. You're like, ow, this hurts. Your eyes are still closed. You hear water,
Wow.
like a fountain or maybe a waterfall off in the distance. It stinks. You don't really feel like opening your eyes, but you hurt. Try adjusting. You try and roll yourself a little bit, and it's nothing is working. And you realize that one of your hands is manacled. As you pull on the chain a little bit, you feel something catching on your wrist, and your mind goes back, and you're starting to think back, and where did the rolls go? Here they are. All right, so Zasher, you remember making your way toward Baldur's Gate. All right, so hold on just a second. Let me make a little note so I don't screw this up. This is Penry. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of you left. This is Zashir. And and this will be the other two. So that leaves Kiahi and Foster. All right, so Zashir, you remember the trip on your way to Baldur's Gate? And there was this one part where there was this chasm, and it wasn't necessarily that deep. It's about 15 feet deep. It was very odd. Didn't really give it a whole lot of thought at the time, but as in the day or two you traveled afterwards, as you thought about it, thinking it was probably crafted over time and made, because it didn't really seem natural. And as you were working your way toward this, you're pushing yourself a little bit later than you normally would as the sun was starting to set. It's cloudy. It wasn't starting to rain yet, but it was darker than it normally is. But you would come upon a camp, and as you sort of slowly worked your way through the brush to where you could see what it was, there were these bandits. They had these mastiffs, and so you wanted to get away from them, separate yourself from them a bit before you stop for the night. I'm going to share a map. And as you're walking toward this chasm thing, you hear the braying of the dogs as they start running after you. And they're starting to come behind you. And you work your way over to the bridge. It looks solid enough. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Or I would say even survival would work as well.
I'll take the survival. I'm much better at that.
Okay. Helps if I'm down at the bottom of the chat. All right. Yeah, so even with the 12, it looks solid enough. Something's wiggling in the back of your mind, but these dogs are running and getting closer and closer to you. So go ahead and give me an initiative. Nice. All right, so you with a 20, you're clearly going first. And so you move down across this bridge a little bit. You realize what was bugging your mind a little bit. There are torches here, and this rope bridge is lit, which is a little odd, because there's, as far as you know, there aren't any settlements around. But then again, you're coming from the west. Maybe there's something over to the east. You're not sure. But let me go ahead and as you move onto the bridge, these 3 mastiffs come running up. And because I can, ooh, did that work? Did it share?
Yep.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's kind
Just
of
in case you didn't
this
fell
way
asleep,
though.
what a mastiff is.
We can't zoom in or anything on it.
Right. I know.
You can add extra of them to the map.
That's weird. I don't know why that happened, but okay.
Because it's shared with us, so it's a token, so we can add them.
People are adding them to the map. Gee, they don't like you already.
Throw on a few extra men.
Run!
They can fly. I'm done.
That's right. All right, so you're working your way across this bridge. While it does seem sturdy, it is still a rope bridge. And so there are different, if you zoom in really close, you can see that there are different posts along the way. So it's not like one solid rope across the whole thing. There are posts, and that helps keep it a little sturdier. But you know, from what weapons would you be getting out as you're moving onto the bridge here?
I probably, in most cases, would have my spear because my shield would be on my back and my sword would be sheathed. Because I'm going to have to drop the glaive. I'm going to have to drop the glaive when I switch over to sword and shield. So most of the time, it'll be the pull on.
All right. So you do know you have been trained and stuff to where you can still shove with your spear, and there are no guide ropes along this walkway either. So as you move, this mastiff comes running up. And the other ones go to follow him.
How
So at
far
this
down
point,
is it?
it's about 15 feet. So it's going to hurt a little bit if you did, for whatever reason, decide to jump. There's also no easy way up. But it's pretty clear these dogs won't be able to get back up. But they are going to catch you. So if you move, one, not only will it get an opportunity attack, but it'll also, it's faster than you. So top of the next round, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try to shove this one off the bridge.
Celasto. He's Celastoing it.
Damn right. If you remember, I did this in your Spelljammer game too.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
All right, so I'll
We're not down to
They also did
pull
it
up
on top
his
of the Heart of
athletics.
Utao.
All right, is it versus my athletics?
Yes, as the shover, it's always athletics. As the shovee, it's either athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, that's
This
good
guy has a
because
better acrobatics, so he's
I
going
am
to.
very athletic.
He rolled a 1, so he goes to jump at you and try to bite at your arm as you spin the spear,
My dog
slam
heard
this
that
thing,
dog bark.
and it just goes flying off. Hits
Okay.
the torch with a yelp as sparks go flying, knocks the torch over, and it falls to the ground. You can now move if you'd like. Yeah, tokens are locked. All right, so
Yeah,
you move
I'm
30
gonna
feet.
backpedal down the bridge. Yep.
I'm going to say you can go 25 just because it is slightly unsafe,
Fair enough.
but it's not so wobbly, but takes a little bit of a concentration. As these two come running up, their movement. Yep, they can easily go 35, so this one catches up to you. That was 14, so he's gone.
Your computer doesn't appear to be laggy or anything really.
Yeah, I've taken steps, so hopefully it should be good to go. Yes, like I
One
said, I'm
step
using
you
my
didn't
camera. My
take
camera's
was
from my
updating
phone.
indicators.
My camera's from my phone, so the only thing running is Discord and Fancy Grounds and Soundscape. So even as a player, I have 2 or 3 other things going usually. All right, so let's go ahead. He's gonna try to do a little bitey.
Hold on, my armor class isn't correct. Let me take the shield off.
Okay.
Didn't matter. He was going to hear me.
All right, so he does a little bit of damage to you. And what would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to go ahead and try to shove another one off the bridge.
Okay, sounds good. Well, it wasn't a one. All right, so again, you slam this. What does it look like this time?
He comes lunging at me, and as he kind of leaps, because the polearm has reach, I kind of swipe at him with the handle, and it catches his back legs, and he falls down and flops, and as he's trying to get up, he rolls off the bridge.
All right, and then so the last one. He is 16.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. I forgot it would push it to everybody. That's okay. Now you know how that works. Um, it was a teaching moment. You're welcome. All right, so so the massive moves up. His turn. And Kali, that's you. What'd you like to do?
That's all he gets to do is move.
Yep, that's all he's doing is running up. Growling at you. You see they do have collars on.
So somebody sicked these dogs on me.
Yeah, you saw them with the bandits. So either they
Let's
heard
just
you, smelled you, or something.
Glaved him upside the head.
Nice. All right, roll your damage. So as I said, we're using max damage. So even though he rolled 2 3s, the first one is max. Plus
First
the
crit
total.
of the game.
Nice. All right.
And I will reach
So with
down
that,
and
you are able to get rid of the
I'm going to keep
mastiffs.
the collar of that dog. Does it have a symbol on it for the bandit tribe?
It does not.
All right, it's just the
Sadly.
collar. All right, if it's not significant, then I won't.
There is a brand on the dog, but the collar itself does not.
All
All right.
I'll make note of that brand.
Oh,
So you remember that happening, but it's what happened after that, and you go back to sleep, and going back to the rolls, Henry, you're trying to figure out what's going on as your your nose is just overloaded with all these different scents, like several different types of dirt. It's odd, and it's like you've gone by, you walked by an excavation at one point where somebody was digging holes, and a really deep hole, and it was similar to that because there were, as they went through these different layers of dirt and hit different rocks and things, the smells were unique, and that's what you're smelling now, and then different types of body odor, some of them much stronger than others. You're smelling yourself. You normally don't smell this bad. It smells like you've soiled yourself. Several other people may have as well in this room. The scents are just almost overwhelming. As you remember, um, just before you left, gotta pull up my people and places. Oh, there it is. It's up top. Waterdeep. So, yeah, you were in Waterdeep, and how long ago did Bobby die?
My brother Bobby,
Yes.
uh, he died when I was young. We were both young.
Okay. All right.
Probably about 10 years ago.
All right. So somebody give me a cool best friend name.
Jerry.
My friend Daryl and my
Yeah.
other friend Daryl.
Goodness sake, it's getting worse. Okay. So, all right. So your friend Jerry got drunk, and he was playing poker, and he was terrible at it. You kept telling him not to, but he loved it. And so one night, you guys were out. You went and were really hungry. He didn't want to leave, so you went and got some food. Came by the time he came back, he had already lost this statue at that he had put up as collateral. Um, it's now 3 hours later, and he is insistent that you go get this statue because his dad's gonna kill him if he doesn't get the statue back. And you're pretty good at sneaking around, and so you go to the Dodder Estate, Dodder, and you um, are working your way up there. You had already circled around the estate once, and so you're pretty sure that you saw a little bit of movement in the upper floor in one of the bedrooms, but you're pretty sure that there's nobody in the lower floor of this manor. And looking through the window, you had seen, I don't know how far out I shared it almost full size, but if you can't see this ping, then you zoom in a little bit.
So
But there's a, why is it not on the table? That's weird. Hold on. Oh, I know why. Because
Oh, I see it. The little statue sitting on the
the
chair.
yeah, it's sitting on a table though. It bugs me that it's not where it's supposed to be.
It's catching the couch on fire.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. If you zoom in, you may
And
recognize
hold
the statue.
shift, I think, to remove it.
Anyway, yeah. So that's this. So that's where the statue is. You saw it. Um, it's a bronze statue, and it's not worth that much, but it is a family heirloom, and you told him you would get it back for him. He is supposed to wait for you at the bar while you go get this thing. So you do know that the Dodder estate is known for being trapped. So, uh, what would you like to do?
well, is this a window in that room? And it's on the first floor or the second floor?
You're on the first floor right now, and you see that pretty much the only way, because there are people upstairs, the only way to get in here is to go through the entryway here into the garden.
Oh, I couldn't climb through the window from around
No,
the outside. All right, well then he will go through here. Oh, you don't have tokens locked.
nope. All right,
All right.
so go ahead and give me a perception check. Where's my Here it is. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me go ahead and clear out the initiative tracker. So we're not in combat. All right, there you go. Nice. All right, so with your 22, um, I'll give it to you this time. You're not always going to rely on scent, but in this particular case, you are, because you smell there's a net. Yeah, I moved the. So what happened is I moved the lower layer. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can. There we go. All right. Now I'm gonna lock the lower layer. Okay.
Now you gotta move your statue.
Yeah, I'll worry about the statue in a second. All right. So you see this? Do you guys see the net?
No.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is.
All right. So you see this net? It's trapped. There's a thin wire drawn diagonally across where you walk, so you're able to easily just step over it. As you work, go ahead and continue working your way through.
I guess this is the main door right here in front, huh?
Correct. Go ahead and give me another perception check.
Not smell.
This one, yes, it would be smell. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me put that back on then.
Oh, that's just enough. All right, so you don't see anything, but you're like, that's what's that sacred smell? So you keep looking, and you realize that there is a dart trap on this door. And so you're able to follow it back, and you see how it was set up. Give me a sleight of hands check. Let me verify what the. All right, so you did not fail by more than 5. So, you try to get it to trigger, but you're afraid that it's gonna shoot you, so you're not able to quite get it done. But as you've been messing with it, you realize if you use southern door of this double door, you should be okay. So you're able to work your way through to the double door. Let me make sure. Why isn't it letting you in? Oh, never used
I just
fancy
didn't
crowns
move it
before.
in.
There
You
you
have
go.
to be on play.
Yeah, never used fancy crowns before. All right, so excuse me. So you move in. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. All right. And you're working your way back out. You remember the thing. As you come out, you hear arguing, and you move over to here to where you can see what's going on, and you see Mr. The merchant daughter, Mr. Daughter, if I can spell. And come on. Jerry. And Jerry is clearly 3 sheets to the wind as he's. I want my statue back, and I ain't leaving till you give it to me. And daughter looks around, realizes he's in his house, and pulls out his weapon and goes to attack your friend. he has a rapier. A rapier. Jerry's weapon is rapey, but daughter's weapon is rapier. What would you like to do?
I will go up to them here and try to break it up. Tell Jerry, calm down, Jerry.
All right, so give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Can I give him one of my inspiration to make it an even shot?
Sure.
Okay.
Regular persuasion.
He is not having it. Two thieves in my house. I see. The mortician will have busy morning tomorrow, and he is going to try to stab your friend.
Oh, the
Damn.
second crit of the campaign.
Poor Jerry.
Damn, he stuck him in the forehead.
All right, so he drops your friend. Good thing we didn't use your brother in the storyline. And what would you like to do?
He's going to look at Jerry and say, your dad's really going to be pissed now. And he is going to.
You do know if you react quick enough, you can save him.
How would that happen? I don't have any
CPR.
healing potions.
Stabilize
Right,
him.
you could save himself, yeah. But you gotta get rid of daughter first.
Right. Yeah,
And you also know you can't kill daughter outright.
Well, he'll attack him. He'll hit him with a
Okay.
spear.
Nice.
Non-lethal, of course.
Okay, perfect. Alright. So he goes into stab and stabs your friend, and as he does, you swing around faster than he even realizes, before he even realizes what happens, and crack, the butt of the spear slams against the back of his head as he collapses. You quickly patch up Jerry, make sure daughter is not dead, and dragging Jerry out, you get out of Dodge
With his statue.
with the statue. Yep, mission accomplished. Even though he didn't listen to you. So that's a topic for another conversation, another day. Conversation for another day. But this is just, as the smells and the sounds are just overwhelming. You pass out again. Foster and Kaya. Here it is. So you were traveling? Were you traveling with your family the entire way to Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, he would have been. Yeah, he would have been traveling with his family, but again, leaving them as soon as he could find a way to slip away.
Okay. So, you're throughout the main roads leading to Baldur's Gate. About every day's travel, there are these almost like rest stops that we would think of nowadays. where there are places where caravans can pull to the side. Druids tend to keep them clear of nasty animals and plants life. There are usually large camp places to build campfires and things. Sometimes a lot of them will have shrines to Timora or some of the luck and moving deities. And so you're used to these. And one night you're there and you see this caravan, and as you're thinking, if only I had some sort of sign. When you see this kobold climbing out of the back of one of the wagons, and go wandering off into the bushes. It doesn't look like anybody saw him, and you've heard of kobolds. Being from Sigil, you may have even seen a couple, but clearly this wasn't some rabid monster, crazy thing. He was. How is Foster dressed?
He's got like a black jumpsuit on, kinda, and a hoodie that's got a copper cowl on it. Is that what it's called on the face? The cowl? And he
Mhm.
keeps it low on his eyes. And he's got a big pack with a shovel sticking up out of it.
So clearly this isn't, some rabid or fearful monster thing. It's something unique. So you go off following him a little bit, and you're about to catch up to him close enough to where he turns and sees you when the ground gives way and both of you fall into this chasm. Let me make sure. Line of sight. Okay.
Wow, good thing I brought my shovel.
What the?
You find yourself in the cave. A bunch of stalactites and stalagmites around, and you see that there's an entryway off to the east, slopes down, keeps going deeper. It looks like you're about 35, 40 feet deep. Clearly, there's no way to get back up the way you fell, but there does look like there may be a way out to the east. You smell a campfire. At first you thought it might have been the ones you just left a while away, but you were a good several hundred yards away from theirs, and this is a fresh scent.
Is that you? Are you burning?
A little bit. I usually do. Hold on a second, and he's gonna
What?
cast Armor of Agathis on himself.
Wait, you're casting?
Okay.
Ah. He backs up a little. Gets behind a rock.
It's all right, dude. It's all right. I ain't gonna hurt you. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Oh, did you knock me in here? Where? It's a long way
I
up
don't know.
there.
We fell. I don't think we can climb up.
Yeah.
Looks like there's maybe a ladder down there somewhere. You want to come check it out? You're small. You might fit through those rocks better than I can.
Yeah, maybe.
He'll go up and inspect the rocks a little bit. Does it look
All right, so
stable?
it does look like there was a cave in at some point, but it didn't fully fill up the passageway. So it'll take you a little bit, but you're able to move and work your way through this rocks, and you can see that in this area. Go ahead and give me survival checks.
He's bad at survival checks.
Nice.
Nice. Dude.
And
Nat
Foster?
20.
Yeah. So, Kaya, you're as you're climbing back down, You see that there's moss and some dust and things on the rock that you're climbing down. It's clear that nobody has been in at this particular section in quite a while. But you are looking down and out and over a walkway there. Hold on just a second.
Hey man, come check this out. This is pretty cool.
Oh.
I think it goes down and then
There's-
down
there-
again. Oh look, there's like a lever down there.
Where's
So
the
go ahead and
light
give me
coming
perception checks while I'm finishing setting this up.
Hey, is there a light source?
There's a light source down below. There are 3 campfires burning.
I
from? Oh,
see.
the campfires. That's
Here,
right.
here.
So so even where you are, it would be considered like dim light, just because of the shadows and the way that things are working. I'm gonna give it to you.
Bade says he's still lurking.
All right. So as you welcome Bane, appreciate you. I don't know how zoomed in he has this and stuff, but hopefully the effect is there.
What effect?
Just it should look like you guys are on and that's what's happening is
ledge?
you're on a ledge,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a ladder. You see a ladder going down, and that goes down 10 feet to a second ledge, and then it goes down another probably 20-25 feet to the very bottom layer, and you see that there are a bunch of orcs scattered around these campfires. You see that there are some, and they're talking and joking around and eating. A couple of them are up against the wall, dozing. There's some you can't see because of the position where you are, but you're guessing there's at least 10 to 12. And
I don't think they're my friends. Are they your friends?
as you're So I put,
no, man.
are you guys
Kind of back up a little.
okay? So you're being careful. As you're looking around, you see that there is an entrance to the north. There's an exit. Oops, target mode, ping mode. Here it is. But it's gated. And go ahead and give me either investigation, survival, or just a flat intelligence check.
Another lucky roll.
So it's looks like the lever controls the gate. So if you're able to sneak down, pull the lever, you will be able to open the gate.
The lever's next to the gate.
It is not.
No, it's down there. All the way down there.
The lever is down here.
All right. Well, I am going to quietly go back a little ways, and try to cast Mage Hand.
Okay, are you saying anything to the kobold?
You
Okay.
testing another spell? Great.
Yeah. Can you cast?
Not that.
You can't cast hands?
No.
I call it jazz hands.
I can make a hand that drains people of necrotic energy.
Oh, I don't like that one. I'd rather high five you, man.
Here,
And,
I squirt some water up in the air, and then I make an animated hand out of it as it's falling. Splash.
Nice.
All right, so you're gonna have to sneak up to here
Mm-hmm.
in order to cast it, unless you have something that I'm not aware of.
Well, I can cast it from here and then bring it with me and move it along with me.
Right. Either way.
So
Yep.
just wanted to cast it so that there's less chance of them hearing me.
Can you be
All right. So
less
give me a
tall?
stealth. You're far away, so it's not a very hard DC. Just not, you don't get a 1, you don't. Perfect. So you're able to tink, and the gate opens.
Right, dude, we gotta be quiet.
As the gate screeches open.
Falls and the shrieker. Wee.
All right.
So,
So, do you want to hold the ladder while I go down, or should I
So
hold the ladder while you go down?
Foster is going, let me try something. And he like
Here it is.
points his little finger at I got a ping at this guy right here. And he uses a cantrip called Message. And he says, "Hey, behind you, there's fresh meat. Bring your friends quick."
Okay. Are you speaking in common?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't speak
Give me a
orc. Wait, do I?
me a
Wait, hold on. Let me check first. Where's languages?
don't.
Give me a persuasion check.
No, I speak goblin. Persuasion.
Nice.
All right. So he stands up, says something.
What does he say? I can hear it. He says something in an unknown language. Ow.
And he
But you heard it.
wanders off, looking. You see him relieving himself, but he's looking around, trying to see who talked and where this meat is. And the other three, both of these fires, all these people are watching him, wondering what the heck's going on.
Okay,
Now's the time.
Go.
Let's go.
let's go.
Here, I'll hold the ladder. You go first. I'll
Okay.
follow.
Let me get off the ping button. Okay.
Try and hold it still for him
So
while he goes down.
I'm gonna try to
Alright.
be quiet as I go down too.
All right, so you guys work your way over. Go ahead and give me stealth rolls. Again, you get with advantage because of your tactics.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. Yeah, so that's well above their passive. And as you come around the corner, you see that there's a a place for a little campfire. There's some old barrels there. And you presume that these orcs have to leave sometime. So
You fit in a barrel?
Yeah,
There you go.
easy.
I think we could hide in a barrel while we wait for those pig face things to go.
yeah, and it's clear that this area hasn't been used in a long time. This is if you sneak out and look over here, you see that you're way above them. You're a good 25, 30 feet above them. And there's a little cleft that sticks out. So this area is clearly hasn't been used in a while.
Copper wants to go over and check out these barrels. Is there anything in them?
No, they are old. The one on its side is half rotted. The other two, you think one of them had fish at one point, just because there's some faint residue of this smell.
I think
these
are
slime in that one.
Yep,
And
all fish
I had
scales.
forgotten that you were supposed to take fall damage, but you guys are hurt. So,
Ow. Um, let me see that. Let me see that broken. Is that your tibia sticking out? Hold on a second. Let me get this kid out.
yeah.
What? I don't know if I have a tibia. What's a tibia?
Here, I'll just stick it
All
back
right.
in.
So you
I'm not a medical guy.
I'm gonna try to
you
do some
We got
healing
servants
on
for
him.
that.
you have healing?
I do have this little handy thing called a healer's feat and a healer's kit.
How did you get a feat as a kobold?
Oh, I took a feat instead of a ability score increase, but I don't think I was supposed to, was I? Okay, I have a healer's kit.
Okay.
Patch him up.
All right, yeah. So you guys best settle down for the night, and a couple hours later, you hear, well, not a couple hours, within less than an hour later, you hear snoring, and about 6.5 hours later, after you guys have got your hit points back, you hear commotion and movement, and when you come back out, when you stick your look out there, you see. There it is. The fires are out, and the orcs are gone.
All right, dude.
So-
Let's sneak back around.
Yep,
Let's
you're
let's
able
go
to,
take a check. Look over. Is this a ledge?
Wait,
Can we
why
peek
is there
over
a
the
guy
ledge?
still there?
because I just haven't removed them all yet. If I remove all tokens, it removes
Okay.
you too. So, but they're not there. That's
I
you
didn't-
remember. You have a really good memory. That's exactly where they were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ah, I can't
just
see
do it that
anything
way.
anymore.
Yes,
I've gone blind.
there. Um,
How far down is the ledge here?
about 30 feet from where you are now.
Well, we can go back around, and then there's a ladder.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop,
Ah,
bloop, 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 bloop,
Wait,
bloop.
you gotta understand something.
Hey,
I'm
come
pretty
over
cute.
here.
I'm pretty cute, but I'm not that smart.
Yeah, you are pretty cute.
Look at my teeth. See, they're all shiny. I keep them clean.
All right. So you guys make your way out. But again, you're having a hard time remembering after that. What happened after that? And as you're thinking about it and reminiscing, there we go. Starting to fall into place. You're remembering a little bit more. Henry, Kia, uh, K. It's gonna take me forever. What's how you say that again?
Kyahi?
Keahi.
Keahi, Penry, and Foster come together on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate, and you're there.
Wow.
It's you pushed yourself because it was getting to be night, but you wanted to try to find a place to stay as you're coming into town. And Zasher and Kraneth, you two had met each other and were also coming through some forested, just crossed over a river and working your way through this lightly forested area. You're about half a day's travel from Baldur's Gate. And all my links are gone. All my links are gone. And the sky is gray. Second here. All right, Jingo, is there anything that you don't have filled in yet in your people and places? Anybody do you need to fill in?
I think I have all of us. Let me look. I have Penry. I have Foster. I have Zashir. I have Kranath. I have Kiahi. I don't have any
Let,
names of any
let me
family members for Weed Whacker
type an update
or
for you.
Matakuri's characters.
Okay. Um, uh, Cronoth Heartripper for the Valkasi clan. Do you have any family members who are alive?
Father's alive, mother's dead, and I have 2 brothers. I haven't come up with names yet, though.
Okay.
All right, no worries.
Perfect. And by the way, as I'm going to be trying to do this more and more, where I'm going to be asking you all, like if Maticuri says, I go into a blacksmith, I may say, so you walk into the blacksmith, what does a blacksmith
Oh, there
shop
you
look
are.
like? So I might be calling upon you all to fill in some of the gaps and tell the story together.
Some player
And
agency? No.
if I ever do, and you're just tired or just don't feel like it at the time or just don't want to, do not be afraid to say, I'm going to pass right now, or I don't know, and we will
Yes.
fill in for you. So don't feel like you have to do it or anybody's going to judge you if you don't. All right, I'm going to throw this on here, except for
Yeah.
Karnoth
Don't mind my minion.
is not there. Delete. There
Don't
it
mind my
is.
minion.
We all have them.
Yes,
Hmm.
they appear at different times.
Mine just has 4 legs and is hairy.
Sure.
Jingo, I posted in Discord Keahi's information there, just so that it's formatted.
Cool.
All right, so here I'm going to share this with you guys. If you want to put yourselves behind anywhere from Penny back to the east, you guys are coming upon this village. Like I said, it's sort of the outskirts of Baldur's Gate. What happened is, as people continue to travel to and from Baldur's Gate, sometimes they just can't make the trip, or they'll stop somewhere, or they can't afford to set up shop within Baldur's Gate, so they'll set up shop outside, and then the next person will set it up another a quarter of a mile out, and another person will set up something a quarter mile out. So you're still probably
Hey, look, a
4
Dollar General store. Oh, look,
exact
another Dollar General store.
yeah
Oh,
3 to
look,
4 hours
another
away.
Dollar General store.
But you're but this is a pretty large settlement. There's a temple right here next to you. Dadgummit. So Drake has different things that he doesn't like that he wishes they would change. All I ask is that the targeting mode and the ping mode be slightly different from each other.
They don't look
Almost the exact.
anything different
Can't tell
from
you
me.
how
Keep
many
hitting the
times I've
targeting
clicked the
mode. Yeah.
target mode to click to ping.
If the ping mode was all the way to the left, I would be happy too.
Anyway, this is a temple. This looks to be some sort of inn or bar. The other ones, you're not sure what they are. Can you see into the buildings?
No,
As
you got
players?
line of sight on.
Okay, that's fine. But you can see this down the street
And you have the
and
token
some of
of
the other
that,
things.
so.
Okay.
You, where the
That's-
doors are open, you
oh.
can slightly see in,
Let me see where
but
the
not very much.
on the. Just look at the stream. Dang it! Stop it. And now chat's covering the map. All right. Yeah, it's close enough. You guys can see what I want to see.
Hey Sven, also I put my character art in chat too. In Discord chat.
Perfect. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and get those set up. And if you could get with Weed and tell him what he needs to do if he wants to, for a character art. All right, and then the other two. So that's you guys. So as you're going in there, there's hear barking as
I hear dogs.
and like almost like a hiss, but it's not a cat. You're not sure what this is. Give me just a minute here. I'm gonna look for.
Hey, Foster, that family of yours?
I doubt it. They were all back in Little Calamache.
Oh. You related to the cooks that used to work at my house?
Probably.
Okay.
Here it is. Okay, good.
You look kind of like them. They were short.
I was freaking out.
He's
My legs were gone.
2'2".
I'm tall for a short
All
kobold.
right, so here's Kreneth, and so Drake, if you wouldn't mind, like staggering these two, so people at home can see them both. If you're not on the map and you don't care, then you don't have to keep them both open. But this is Kreneth and
Zashir.
That's a nice map.
This map's
Zashir, yeah.
Josh
Clouds
Watmow
going
map
by.
from forever ago, isn't it?
Yes.
Kind of
This
looks
is
like,
a
yeah,
Might Works
Like
RPAC 2019.
might work special.
All right, so in the street, you guys are walking along when coming out of this doorway here is this large rat. And speaking of large rats, did anybody want to be the scribe for the enemies?
I can do it. What do you need?
All right, so if you would go to notes
I can't
and just start a new note, because the one I started you can't type in. That says enemies slash things. There you go. And then I will do this. Let's see. Come on. What? How in the world did I get his name?
Oh, you got it way up in the title too.
All right. Anyway, which one is yours? Oh, okay. The one with the one I screwed up with the name. All right. So we're gonna make this public. There we go. All right. So yes, you want. So if you want to include the ones that they sort of we did with the opening scenes, that's fine. I'm mostly worried about from now going forward. Now on, it's up to you. So if you guys determine what it is, then put what it is. Otherwise, just put what you think. The unidentified name, because I will almost always have an unidentified name. I will rarely say unidentified creature. It'll have some sort of fake name.
So I don't need orcs and mastiffs.
Well, we're gonna have massives right now, so yes.
What about kobolds and fire elementals and
What is dogkin?
Rats, big rats.
a big rat?
There it is. All right.
Oh, we've got a new player on the table.
Nice. Um. Go. All right. So this. Oh, for goodness sakes. Monster manual. I drugged the wrong one. So again, different people have different pet peeves. I hate using letters. I would rather use a wrong token than a letter. The right letter. Anyway,
I'm
okay.
I
with
think
you.
2024 they updated a lot of the stuff from
Oh yeah, they
letters.
did. It's nice. Even equipment.
Yeah.
Most equipment has pictures now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so can you see the rat
No.
from where you are?
Nope.
Let's see.
No red.
Kahi, rat, the building. Okay, so you guys are gonna be here.
There she is.
As your
Uh,
you guys have been together for a couple hours, just enough to maybe get to know each other's name, maybe a little bit of what you do, how talkative and how demonstrative you want to be with each other is up to you. But you see this thing come whipping around the corner and out.
what did he like open the door or?
And coming out from it's like a stable door, so that it has two halves, the top and the bottom, and the bottom half is
Slightly ajar.
has been opened. And this mastiff is running out after it.
A rat and a dog. Is that your brother?
And I look at Penrod. Penny?
Maybe a distant cousin.
Maybe.
I want to go watch. I want to go over there.
Is a rat fighting a mastiff?
Yeah, I want to go see. Like peek around the corner.
Oh, the door's not open. There it is. The door's open now.
Oh, Bonobo
Right.
has my speed at 0.
The
What the
master's
hell the dog can do.
Oh, Panova has mine as well.
All right, so go ahead and so you see that happening as they zip around the corner. The street. So you see lights in the inn and the tavern. And you hear noise, even from where you are. You hear slight music, and you see the smoke coming from the tavern, and you hear a little bit of music coming from the temple. Hold on, guys. But other than that, you really don't see outdoor lights anywhere. You don't see people moving around as much. The sun is just set, so it's still dim light. But if you had to guess, looks like everybody's either in the temple or at the tavern or in their home. As these things happening, and the dog is barking. Meanwhile, it is a couple hours earlier as Kranath Heartripper of the Valkazi clan and Zashir are working their way toward Baldur's Gate to the west. No, to the east. Is that how you would how you want to travel? You can move yourselves within like 10 or 15 feet of where you are now if you want.
Well, I don't mind being in the front. It's up to you, Cronath. I can be accommodating. Do you use ranged weapons at all?
Weed?
I'm sorry. Yes, I have a crossbow.
All right, then suppose I should be out front then, with a little bit of space between us, because I have javelins, but they won't go nearly as far as that crossbow.
Okay, so this one does have a grid. If you zoom in a little bit, you can see it a little bit. So right now you're about 20 feet away from each other.
That's about right.
All right, and as you do, you hear this little as from the bushes on either side of you, these blue little Smurf adjacent creatures come running out. This one doesn't have the image. Let me. They are. You would not know them from. Let me open this up.
Is a dog hen medium or small?
Medium.
As three of these little guys come running out, and an initiative
Ooh.
from everybody.
Okay, I need you to go sit over there. Okay.
You gonna push a roll, or should we roll?
I'll push it this time so you guys can, so Weed can see what it's like. Click, 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 click. And it. So on this table, we also re-roll initiative every round. So right now you are at. Oh, you haven't rolled yet. So there should be a pop-up in the middle of your screen,
I see it.
and there's lots of
Press the
different buttons,
die on
but
the
there's
bottom.
Bottom
yeah,
right.
there's a little die symbol. There you go. That'll roll it.
You should roll better
rolled
than
a
that,
2,
though. I mean,
but-
it's
Next round you could be first, so because it'll change every round. All right.
I didn't order what I wanted. There were two of them up.
So this thing bites into the Mastiff, and with a yelp, the Mastiff goes down.
Damn, big ass rat. That's a New York rat.
Right. As he throws the West Side symbol and then takes off.
I don't know how to do it, but I'm sure it's got some kind of.
All right, so where did the Yelp come from? Because Penrod's gonna go check it out.
Over this way.
All right, he'll move and dash.
So you saw the dog run over there.
60.
Okay. And you see this dead Mastiff over there.
And that was my move and dash, so this is all I can do.
All right, Kea, he will move forward to see what he can see from there.
All right. There we go. Zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, still can't see anything. So he is going to ready an Eldritch Blast to if he sees. Actually, not an Eldritch Blast. He's going to ready a Firebolt if he sees a rat coming around anywhere. Deadly
All right,
rat.
so that's Keahi. Do you have the torch on you?
Yes, I am
Okay.
carrying a torch in my left hand and holding my
Right, I just
arcane
can't
focus.
tell from my view if you can see it, if it's a loop.
I've added the effect, so
Let me check.
theoretically
sure.
it should be on.
All right.
Do you have lighting turned on or
Foster.
just line of sight?
Yeah, so I'm checking as Foster's moving.
Foster's gonna like
Maybe
kind
not.
of
There we go. Yeah, no, I'm
kinda-
gonna turn it off.
kind of slowly move up, kind of being real cautious and like on guard, and he's gonna take the dodge action.
All right. And here it is. Where is my people? Here they are. Okay, sorry.
Like the village
So you
people?
take the dodge action
Yeah.
as the Zvarts move up.
I do not see them on the map.
There we go. That's why. Okay. Now I have people. Okay, so the little dudes. Comes running out from the bush. And he has
Shrubberies.
a sling. Wish, 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 wish.
Do I still have damage from the previous encounter?
No, you would have had. Where are you? You are.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah. So you're fully. And I don't know if you would have the temporary hit point. You wouldn't have the armor of Agatha still up either.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay,
That
I.
should
Um.
have expired. There we go.
All right.
Oh, let me make sure I change
So
that.
Clang with an 18. That's a hit.
Ow!
All right, and door opens. Oh, never mind. Yeah, door doesn't open. So I have a method to my madness, and it works great when I employ it correctly. So here it is. As this guy steps out from this bush. And tries to sling at the human, the Goliath. Fighter doesn't even come close as the sling bullet goes flying past him with a little rock. Alright, so the door opens and this person steps out. On my door, so I'm just going to tell you, there it is. Just behind Kiahi. He's not.
Hey, look out, dude! There's a big rat.
What's going on?
There's like huge
Hey!
rats, man.
There's a kobold out here and some sort of weird dog thing. Hey, is that Fred's Mastiff?
A
They've
rat just
killed the
killed it.
dog! And he starts yelling.
Shut up, man. Who's the rat?
And is the tavern door opens. As this guy is looking out. Here's the yelling, looking over. Can't really see much of what's going on. Zash.
Your unprovoked aggression will not go unanswered. Move up, stop there, because I've got a reach weapon.
Nice. Schmack.
Have at you, you little bugger.
Minimum damage, but still 5 points slashes into this guy with your Goliath. All right, and somebody, you see this half orc, maybe even a full orc, in priestly garbs.
Wait,
Steps out of the thing, out of the church,
2024 rule sets there's no halves. They're all full.
and
You gotta get used to it.
he's sort of taking in the situation, trying to see what's going on. All right, and I need a percentile from Pranav and Zash as a third one and appears. All right, and we go ahead and give me a percentile. Nice. He's not touching you, so he's going after Zash with a sling. Wow. Boy, they like you today. The heck was that noise? All right, minimum damage.
That was a sling?
That's what I said.
Jesus.
Nice. All right. What? They killed a dog?
No, it was a
Come
rat.
on. Hey, everybody. They killed a dog.
Do I look like a dog killer?
Oh, he's not shown. There it is.
I know nothing. Nothing.
As this guy comes out from this door over here. And another one comes wandering out of the tavern. All right. Initiative 2, Kranath. Thank you for your patience. Sorry it took so long.
Yeah. A 2.
All good.
Yeah, plenty of time. So, what is your intent? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna see distance real quick to the one to my north, and I'm gonna smash
Okay.
him.
All right. I didn't have in a square, so you know how to move. Just drag him up there to where the space you want to go to. Perfect. I approve it, and then there are a couple different ways of doing it. The quote unquote better way would be on your on the map, hover over the Exvart, and then hold down the control button and left click the Exvart while holding the control down. There you go. So you see how he turned yellow? That means he's targeted. You'll also see in the combat tracker, if you have it open, that you're targeting Exvart 11. Now all you have to do is double click the on your actions page. You're using your great axe, so just double click that 6. Since he's targeted, it'll automatically roll it onto him. Had you hit, you then just double click the damage. The other way of doing it is you can grab that 6 where the die is, and then drag it onto the map or the combat tracker onto the enemy and let go, and it'll roll it as well. So there's a couple different ways of doing it depending on what the situation is.
Gotcha.
All right, and then
Tim's broke
another
Fantasy
guy.
Grounds a couple times on my tables.
guy comes running out of the inn. Huh? Killed his dog? And this is quickly getting nasty.
And look at that. We've got a, oh, it's making us roll every round? And it's 11 o'clock.
All right, so it's the top of this round, and we will leave it here as this angry mob is getting angrier. Let me leave you with this image, maybe, as I wait for Fancy Grounds to catch up.
It's all your rolls.
Click.
Gorvidal redeemed a potion of healing for Sash.
Nice. I mean, I have that coded, but go ahead and do it.
Thank you, because one more shot from those nasty things is going to put me down.
All right, so these may show up. Behind your maps, but there you go. I've shared a couple images. And hopefully it won't turn to this, the third image. But this is where we'll leave it. Thank you guys for playing with me. I appreciate you. Good session 0. If you have questions or problems, I have images from Jingo from nope.
I'm getting you some. Mine are
Okay.
being drawn.
Drake, you said you'd let drop some somewhere. Where did you put them?
In the chat, Discord chat.
Oh, there they are. Okay, I see them now.
I also threw
you
them
had
out
those
there.
before. I'm sorry. I'd forgotten you.
Well, I just made the token, so there is that.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, thank you for playing, guys. I appreciate your patience. You will all be together after this fight, going forward for the most part, unless you decide to split the party. So it won't be quite as confusing and chaotic. But I appreciate you. Did anybody recognize the opening sequences that you guys did?
No.
Like
The 4 little
Celeste
scenarios you did? That's right.
It's like Celeste encounters the get past the orcs and sneak. Yeah.
Yep.
Sneak in and get the thing from inside, and
So hopefully, I thought it was a neat little twist. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We will be here back. We will be back here in 2 weeks. Next week we have Sosaria. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Hey, so
Good night, guys.
so tomorrow night right here we're gonna be doing Panovo, and Tuesday night no game. I will be in Key West. Tuesday night. No, I'll be leaving Key West, heading to Coco Cay. So, but on Celebrity Cruise Line. But next Friday is what? Manicuri's game. Sorceria.
yeah, Sorceria.
And then next Saturday is nothing yet. So that's it. We're gonna go see if there's somebody we can raid. Let's see. Where's the raid button? Who's out there? Martian Cat. That's who we're raiding. Let's go say hello to. She's playing The Longest Journey, and a couple of us know her. Some better than the others, but we're gonna go say hello to Martian Cat. So give us about 8 seconds. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody in chat. They can still hear my voice. that's all, you guys. You can go hang out somewhere else now. So we'll see you guys.
Bye bye.
Thanks for playing weed. I appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate you guys letting me join you.
Yeah, you can breathe now, Sven. It was a great job.
You have DM for most of us before. It was in Colorado, but
All right, so the hardest part